After watching the Discovery Probe and Sensor Versioning introduction video, you should understand how probe and sensor versioning works in the ServiceNow platform. So now let's see how to identify and resolve probe sensor version conflicts in an instance. Here we're logged in as admin, which allows us to perform the actions shown in this video. This is the Discovery dashboard. We just upgraded our instance from Dublin to Fuji. After an upgrade, Discovery automatically checks to see if there are any major or minor version conflicts between the probes and sensors, and any such conflicts are reported here in the Discovery Errors list. Minor version conflicts are reported in the Discovery dashboard only once, during the check after an upgrade. We'll discuss this more in a moment. Help links are available to explain these messages. You can easily identify which conflicts are upgrade related because their entries in this list have no value in the Discovery status field. In this case, we have two warnings, which indicate minor version conflicts. Version mismatch. Solaris, identity's multi-sensor minor version equals 1, while Solaris, serial number, responding script minor version equals 0. This is the same error, reported from the perspective of the responding script. Remember that a multi-sensor has individual scripts to process the data returned by each of its multiprobes, and these scripts pass their process data to the main multi-sensor script. So all members of a multiprobe bundle must have the same major and minor versions. In this case, they don't, which is why we're getting these warnings. Because these were minor version conflicts, the data was still processed. The post-upgrade check also found 3 severe errors, 2 involving the Windows Identity multi-sensor. It won't process data because its major version is 1, while the Windows Hardware Information Responding Script major version is 2. Also, the Windows Network Responding Script major version is 2. And here we have a major version mismatch involving the Linux CPU probe. This error was detected during discovery. We know this because its discovery status field is populated. So these two messages refer to the same error, except one was reported during discovery and the other as a result of the upgrade. Let's take a quick look at this sensor to see how it's referenced in the ECC queue. There it'll be associated with this name, cat proc CPU info. Now, when we look at this discovery record's ECC queue, we see that there was an error when the sensor tried to process that cat proc CPU info command. And the discovery log lists the error as well. After upgrading, we also ran a Solaris discovery, which should have reported these minor version conflicts that were picked up in the post-upgrade check. But that discovery isn't listed here in the Discovery dashboard because the only discovery-related probe sensor version conflicts reported here are major version errors. Minor version conflicts are not displayed. By default, minor version conflicts aren't even logged during discovery, but we can change that by setting a discovery definition property. Let's check. Here's that Solaris discovery. And here's the Solaris Identity minor version warning. So minor version conflicts do appear in the discovery log. That's good, because we can track them down and fix them. Now we'll demonstrate how to resolve probe sensor version conflicts. We'll use this major version conflict as our example, but you would use the same approach to resolve minor version conflicts. Our major version conflict occurred because we customized the sensor, so upon upgrade, the new sensor was not applied. But we didn't customize the corresponding probe, so the new version was applied to the probe during the upgrade. Thus, our sensor's major version remained 1, while the corresponding probe was upgraded to version 2. Here's the resolution process. First, We preserve our customizations by copying and pasting them to a text editor and saving them. Then, we revert the customized component, the sensor in our case, to the previous base system version. And finally, we reapply our customizations and rerun the discovery. We can access the conflicting probe or sensor directly through the link provided here or in the discovery log. By default, the version fields aren't displayed on the probe or sensor forms. There are two ways to show them. One way is to change the view to Advanced, which includes these fields. The other way is to configure the default view form layout to include those fields. And here they are. This confirms that our major version is 1. After saving our customizations in a file to restore later, we revert this sensor to the previous base system version. That is, the latest version whose state is previous and whose source is system upgrades, not update set. We just open the version record and click Revert to this version. When the form reloads, it shows the major version as 2, which matches the probe's major version. Here's the discovery record. When the discovery messages come into the ECC queue, we see the input record for that Linux CPU command. And it was processed this time, so the conflict has been resolved. Although minor probe sensor version conflicts don't prevent the processing of the data, it's still a good practice to resolve those conflicts. You can do so using the same steps demonstrated here. For more information, please consult our product documentation or knowledge base, or ask a question in the ServiceNow community.